Okay, great. So for week one, we did start with the requirements gathering session. We did go through it last week. Sorry, last Tuesday, and yeah, I think we have majority of the requirements. We're still working on those. And then Ray, we did send you the consent forms as well.
Okay.
Anything else needed from our end on that?
No, not right now. What I'll do is I'll submit a ticket to IT and ask them to create the accounts. I kind of gave them a heads up yesterday, but
Okay.
yeah, I'll have to formally submit it.
Sure, makes sense. And do you think we'll be able to get that on Monday, or do you think it'll be delayed?
Um,
We'll try.
let me find out. I'm not
Sure,
sure.
no problem. Yep, we can discuss that on a Wednesday call, but we're usually planning it to do the integration setup and test it on our end on Tuesday, basically. So if we can get it on Monday, great. If not, we can push it over to probably after Wednesday. That's okay.
Okay, and actually, while we're mentioning Wednesday,
Yep,
I do have a dentist appointment
sure.
that morning. Um, is there a way we can either push that call back like an hour?
Sure.
Let's see what we have at 9:30, 10:30
Uh,
might be tight. I don't know if 11 a.m. this time, is that too late?
Um, I don't think it'll be a little late. I have another call at then. Let me give me one sec. I'm just gonna stop sharing quickly. If you want, we can move it to an earlier date or even
You want to do Tuesday?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Tuesday can work. And then you said instead of 9:30,
No,
11
nine,
also works.
no,
11.
9:30 on Tuesday is fine.
Okay, perfect. Yep.
Yeah. Just my dentist appointment is 9 a.m. on Wednesday. So,
No problem.
yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, gonna share again. Okay, and then that's a part for Azure and AD integration setup, so that's also in progress. As what we said, we're still working on the overall architecture, so we will get that validated in our Tuesday or Wednesday call. Tuesday call, and then we're also working on updating the wireframes based on our discussion on Tuesday. That's also in progress, and we're planning to get that approved on Tuesday as well. Along with that, we're also working on a business requirement document so that we can formally finalize all the major requirements on the functional side and on the system side. It might spill over to the second week, but that's okay. We can start the development because we are working with the prototyping model. It should be easier. And then the last point for today, which is DevOps pipeline configuration. So I'll let Satish and Kiran handle that. So Kiran, do you have any questions on those?
Not much, Shan. So, as we discussed, so we need DevOps, I mean, Azure DevOps details to set up pipeline basically over there.
Yes,
Okay,
I can create a project in Azure DevOps and invite everyone to it.
okay, Kiran, would that work?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Ray. Yep, that should work. And then Kiran, did you have any questions on any of the requirements or any other points that you have any questions on for today?
I forwarded you action item, Shan. So, can you share your look at your email
You
and
can share.
yeah, to Ahab's email.
Okay, give me one sec. Kiran, if possible, can you bring that up? My system is a little slow
Yeah.
somehow.
Hi, Jeremy. We
Yeah,
haven't
can
met.
you give the permission, sir?
Oops, my bad.
Hi, Jeremy. This is Satish. We haven't met.
Hey, Satish, great to meet you. I've heard a lot about you from Ray.
Thank you. Hopefully, good things.
I didn't say that. I just thought I'm kidding.
So you're in the HR, Jeremy?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've been
Okay.
here almost 16 years, but yeah, HR.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this is a nice tool that our CEO kind of conceptually developed a while ago. I mean, many years ago, two jobs ago, and brought it here. And then we had someone on our IT team help us develop it internally, and then obviously kind of became outdated with technology, and so
Yeah,
excited to kind of bring it back to life in a more modern form.
sure. Hopefully, this time and get this taken care once and for all, and then so we can have everything in the code and all that's secured away somewhere.
Absolutely. Yep.
So, Sean, one more thing. I mean, as we develop stuff, you may not have to wait till the meeting. You can send them to Ray and Joby probably by email.
Sure,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. No, we are, and then that's why we have set up like 2 meetings a week. So that way, even if there's anything, we can just submit it midweek.
Right.
Yeah.
But I would also say don't be hesitant if you guys have questions or whatever. Just shoot them over to me, and I'll get them
Absolutely.
answered for you as soon as possible. So you don't have to wait.
Absolutely.
You don't also have to wait for the meeting.
Yep.
Yep, no problem. We'll do that. Okay, yeah, Kiran, go ahead.
Yes, Shan. So as we discussed regarding session management, so last time, so they wanted to keep the session open until admin closes it. So it's like we need more information, like how long. So we'll have to keep it open as per the deadline they have configured, or something else they're expecting.
Yeah, I would say I would say for the status of the session, let's just keep it as you have to manually change it. An admin has to manually close it, right? So there doesn't need to be any kind of automatic process for that. Um, I would say that we need to offer the admin the ability to kind of set the session up, set everybody up, get everybody assigned and all that without actually activating the full session, right? So we shouldn't have like automatic notifications go out. Like as soon as someone gets added to a session as an evaluator, they shouldn't immediately get an email, right? Let's allow the admin to kind of set everything up, get everybody assigned, be able to review, and then be able to launch it or make it active. So we should have a kind of a draft probably status as your first state, then launched or active,
Sure.
um, probably completed, and then maybe a canceled state.
Sure. Yep, that makes sense. And then I think we discussed for autocomplete, if the end date is completed and if everyone has completed their evaluations, and anyone added. So would that be an autocomplete part, or do we still want to allow just admin to close it?
I think we just want to keep it simple, allow the admin to control
Okay.
that.
Sure.
We're not going to be running a lot of these. It's very, very intentional and specific. You're running one a year, so it's not a lot of ask for the admin to kind of control that.
Sure. Yep, that makes sense.
Okay. On coming to second question, so we discussed to remove the user space, but I would recommend keeping the user space, because if admin aware of all the users who are going to evaluate and who are going to be evaluated, then that's fine. But if we wanted to find out the users that are there in Active Directory, it's better to
It adds
add this.
double steps, Kiran. So anyhow, the users will be added from Active Directory. So it's easier to do that within the session itself, rather than because the users or the layers of users will be or levels of users will be decided based on the subject. Ray, correct me if I'm wrong there.
No, that's correct. It's just this page would be somewhat redundant. It's
Yep,
not particularly useful because it's just a list of our users in Active Directory, which doesn't necessarily mean anything to the user in that context, right? So it's just kind of a waste of a page. Really, the important part of seeing a list of users to add is, like you said, when you are adding those subjects and adding those evaluators, to a session.
correct. Yep. Okay, great. Yep. What's next, Kiran?
It's about type shown. So actual type and display type, role type. We discussed that. So that
That's
part,
already resolved. That so display type, so whatever we add, that'll be calculated. There's no original type. Original, it's a default type that we import from Active Directory. And if that
uh,
needs to be edited, that'll be edited, and then it'll be the original type after that.
Correct.
okay. So the calculation should be based on the display type
Updated
only,
type.
right? Yeah.
Updated type.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a singular field, just one field, and then we'll base it off of that.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Welcome page we will remove, and we discussed to keep some kind of notification after login.
Yeah, so
Is it?
basically that welcome page, the text that you had there, like you have this many, evaluations to complete or whatever, just combine that into the main dashboard. So
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Also, we discussed about self-evaluation, right? So if this option is provided for one subject, so it's like we need to uh,
yes,
disable this option for further evaluations, right? So it should be available only for the first evaluator.
so
For
really the way every session is going to work, every subject is going to do a self-evaluation,
Mhm.
99.9% of the time. I think we just discussed maybe there's an option to toggle that off, just give a little
Correct.
bit of flexibility to the admin. But to be honest, every subject will have to evaluate themselves because that's kind of the whole point. You evaluate yourself. How do I feel about myself? And then you have people evaluate you and you compare, like, oh, am I overinflating my idea of myself or underinflating it? So it's kind of important inherent to this whole process.
Makes sense.
okay,
Yeah,
But you
Kiran, so
still
we
want
will,
the option to toggle it on and off, basically
If
what you're
it's
asking.
yeah,
easy, if it's
okay.
not, if it's just like you're in there anyway, we could just add a radio button, sure. But honestly,
I would say a
fire it.
checkbox, so
It's
that way
fine.
it's easier to just select it on and off.
Right.
By default, it should be selected, so that way any subject that's being added, they should self-evaluate, and then if it's not needed, you can just check that off.
Yeah. It's an edge case that someone wouldn't have one. So again,
Sure,
nice to
absolutely.
have.
okay, yeah, okay. And this is web based. Ray is going to confirm that.
Yeah,
Not
that's
much about this.
the score, right?
So once we have the screens, we'll be able to finalize those.
Yep.
I did receive it from Jeremy, so yep. Kiran, if you have any questions, we can discuss that.
You got the 1 to 5 meeting, right?
Yep, I did.
Yep. But I
I
do,
got
we will owe you the verbiage for the confirmation pop-up, the submission confirmation.
yeah.
I do have that as a to-do item.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So coming to data migration, Ray mentioned that he'll confirm it today. Do we need to take out the data
Migrate
migration?
any data.
Yeah, I guess
Or
that's a question for Jeremy. Jeremy, do you think you need the old scores and evaluations in this new system? Would you ever need to compare them, or is it not necessary? Oh, you might be on mute.
Yep, good question. No need. We have them all saved as PDF, so we don't. Yeah, we
Okay.
just don't. We do compare, and but we in the past just done them off of the PDF. So going forward, it'll be nice to obviously have the future information in there stored and archived, but we don't need to go back and import anything.
Yeah, and I
Sure.
don't think I think that data probably wouldn't be that valuable anyway since it's been a few years.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
20. Yeah, it's been a couple of years. Yeah,
Yeah.
2022 maybe. Yeah.
Okay, so no migration.
Okay, great.
Also, in the database schema that was shared, we don't have any questions. It's just schema. We don't have any data within that database shared basically.
I guess that would probably be the only migration you might have to do. Like we do have the 40 questions already in there. So I can get you those, that actual data.
Okay. Yep, that'll work. Kiran, so those 40 questions, if you get, did you have any other questions on DB
Oh
and
no,
schema?
yeah, no, that's enough. Right.
Okay,
Yeah, so I think this is already covered. So they noted that point.
okay, perfect.
And
I think
Yeah.
we covered major
did we
points
get
for today.
access? Sorry.
Right, yeah, go ahead, Satish.
No, I was asking, did we get access to the Active Directory and all that?
So I'm
That's
gonna,
what Ray's.
yeah, we got some forms filled out. I'm gonna submit that to IT.
Okay.
What I did kind of give them a heads up that and it's a unique ask. We typically don't give real accounts
Yeah.
to vendors, but in this case, we do need that because you're going to be testing that function,
Yeah.
right? So what I'm going to have them do is actually set you guys up as real network users. I guess to that, I did have a question on that. We will need to test the org chart function, right? So Sean, do you want me to make you like a VP and then have the guys, like a couple of guys direct report to you and then somebody,
Yep.
that way we can test
Yep. Because yeah, so basically Rajesh would be the second layer, Kiran would be a layer below that,
that.
and then Cypria would be a layer below that.
Okay.
So that
And
way we can
we
test
don't want
all
I
levels.
mean,
Yeah.
what do you call
Yep.
it? Like two people at the same level, so you could test that as well.
So yeah, Rajesh and Kiran can be at the same
Yeah.
level,
Yep.
and
We need
then
that.
Cypria below that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately, we won't be able to we don't have enough people to do the three or more. So I
Okay.
think for the testing logic, to determine the formula you use, maybe just use two or more direct reports for that
Sure.
for the test of
For
this,
test
and
logic.
then
Yeah, makes
when we go
sense.
to
So that
production, we change that to
21 to
be
20 and
three or
50.
more. Yep.
Yep, makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay. So I'll have you, Rajesh and Kieran report to Sean,
Yep.
and then I'll have, sorry, what was the other person's name?
I report to Rajesh.
Rajesh. Okay. All right.
Okay, great. So any other points for today? Kiran, I'll start with you.
No, sir. I think most of questions are covered. Yeah.
Okay, great. And then Ray and Jeremy, did you have any other points or any questions or any concerns for today?
No, I think I'm good. If at any point we want to go through that report I sent over too, if anything doesn't make sense, let me know. I can always walk you
Sure.
through.
Absolutely. I think we're going to be working on the report once we start the development. So we'll
Sure.
start the analysis of the report. We just want to get the sprint one tasks out of the way. We're just waiting on that. But yeah, I did look at the report and it looks pretty straightforward.
Yeah, there's probably an opportunity to clean it up and make it look a lot better. It's kind of pretty plain. But yeah, it does the trick, it does the job. So
Sure.
yeah, okay, cool.
Yep.
And
Thanks.
Ray, do you think we can get the accesses by next week?
Yep. I'm going to try to push IT, but I'd asked one of our IT help guys, and I explained it to him, but he felt like he needed to probably get approval from his supervisor, so he was going to connect with him. So I'll just make sure everybody's on the same page about what we're doing and why we need this kind of unique access. And they should be fine. So,
Okay, cool.
so yeah, I'm hoping we can have it by Monday. I'd probably say Tuesday,
Yeah.
the latest if I keep pushing them.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. And once that is done, Kiran, do we have all the information as to how to access that and all that? I mean, do we need a
Yeah,
VPN?
we asked for that information, so they're going
Okay.
to provide that.
Yeah,
Okay.
just to be clear, I'm gonna set up a project in Azure DevOps. I'm gonna make you guys all admins of it,
Mhm.
so you can set up whatever you need. I'll also ask them to set up dev and test. Actually, probably just have them set up all three: dev, test, and prod resource groups.
Okay.
And then, is there anybody specific I should make an owner of it? Because pretty much just
Architect,
let you guys run with it from there.
Rajesh and Kiran should be the owners.
Okay. Resource group, Jason, Kieran. Yeah, and in that case as well, once you guys are owners, then you can set it up as you need. I just completed a project where I gave the vendor full Azure DevOps missions, and they set up a pipeline. And there was a step that they were unable to complete even with the full access that they had. So if you're running that same problem, I just had to go in and do it for them, and it
Okay.
worked. So if we encounter that same thing, obviously I'll be able to jump in as well.
Okay, great. We'll keep that in mind. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. I think those were the major points for today. So any final thoughts for today's meeting?
No, don't think so.
Okay, great. Yep, yep. Thanks, everyone. Have a good weekend, and I'll
Thank
see you
you.
all Tuesday.
All right, you too. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Thank-
See you. Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
bye.
Yeah,
Hey,
thank you.
Sean, Kiran, stay back for a second.
Sure, absolutely. Yep. Thanks, Ray.
Yep.
Hey, Kiran.
Give me one sec. I'm
Yes,
going to
Aditya.
stop recording.
Yeah.